My dear friends, have you ever sat by the window with a warm cup of coffee, watching the world move at its steady pace and wondered, what really makes these post-70s years complete? Is it just about staying physically healthy? Is it about financial security? Or is there something far deeper, something that touches the heart and soul? The truth is, a long and meaningful life is not simply about counting the years. It is about making the years count. And while luck and genetics play a role, the most powerful factor is within our own hands, our choices, our perspectives, and the habits we cultivate every single day. Aging is often portrayed as a time of slowing down, of stepping back. But what if, instead, this chapter of life is meant to be the most profound, the most deeply lived? What if this is the time when we finally embrace life on our own terms, with the wisdom of experience and the freedom to focus on what truly matters? Those who flourish beyond 70 do not merely exist. They actively shape their days, their relationships, and their sense of purpose. And today, I want to share with you 5 powerful things that can transform these years into a time of growth, joy, and fulfillment. As we go through them, I invite you to reflect. Which of these do you already embrace? Which ones resonate with you? And which might be the missing key to unlocking even greater happiness and well-being? Let's begin with something truly powerful, the art of storytelling. Have you ever noticed how a simple story can bring people together? Picture this. You are sitting in your living room, the soft glow of the lamp casting long shadows on the walls, and across from you, a grandchild or an old friend leans in, hanging onto your every word. You tell them about the summers of your youth, how you used to run barefoot through the tall grass, the smell of freshly baked bread wafting from your mother's kitchen, the sound of the old radio playing songs that now only exist in distant memories. Their eyes light up, their laughter mixes with yours, and for a moment, time folds in on itself, bridging the past and present. Stories are not just a way to pass time. They are the threads that weave our identities, our emotions, and our wisdom into something tangible. Research from Harvard University has shown that reminiscing and storytelling activate multiple areas of the brain, keeping memory sharp and cognitive decline at bay. Beyond that, sharing your life's experiences creates deep emotional bonds with those around you. Take Mary, a retired nurse from Chicago. She started writing down stories from her career, stories of saving lives, moments of heartbreak, and small, quiet victories that only she had witnessed. At first, she shared them with her family, but soon she began reading them aloud at her local library. Strangers became friends, drawn together by her words. Her stories, once locked away in memory, became a source of connection and meaning. You too have stories waiting to be told. Have you ever considered writing them down, recording them, or simply making it a point to share them more often? While storytelling keeps the past alive, maintaining a sense of wonder keeps the future exciting. You might think curiosity belongs to the young, but those who remain inquisitive about the world live longer and happier lives. Picture an 81-year-old man named Robert. One evening, he looks up at the night sky and wonders, what are those stars really made of? The next day, he buys a simple telescope, watches documentaries, and even joins an online astronomy group. He exchanges thoughts with teenagers, scientists, and fellow retirees. Suddenly, his world, instead of shrinking with age, expands with new knowledge and excitement. Science backs this up. A study from Yale found that older adults who actively engage in learning reduce their risk of cognitive decline by up to 30%. And it does not have to be something grand. Learning a new recipe, picking up a paintbrush, or reading about a historical event you never knew about can spark that same joy. Think about it. When was the last time you learned something just for the thrill of discovery? Maybe it is time to explore a new language, pick up an instrument, dive into a subject you always found fascinating. The world still holds wonders for you. While curiosity feeds the mind, reinventing daily rituals nourishes the soul. We often fall into routines without questioning whether they truly bring us joy. But imagine this. Instead of waking up to the blaring sound of the morning news filled with stress and negativity, you begin your day by stepping onto your porch, feeling the crisp morning air on your face. You take a slow, mindful sip of your favorite herbal tea, the warmth spreading through your hands, the steam rising in soft tendrils. In the background, soft classical music plays, and for the first time in years, your mornings feel peaceful. This is what happened to David, a 75-year-old retired businessman. He used to start his mornings with a rush of emails and finance reports, long after he had left the corporate world. One day, he realized, why was he still letting stress dictate his life? So, he made a change. He started brewing specialty teas, sitting in silence for a few minutes before reading a book he loved. It was a small shift, but it transformed his entire outlook on life. What about you? Are your daily routines lifting you up, or is it time for a small but meaningful change? But just as we build new habits, we must also learn to let go. The older we get, the more we carry memories, emotions, regrets, and even physical possessions that weigh us down. Letting go is not about forgetting. It is about freeing yourself. Imagine standing in your attic, dust swirling in the dim light, sorting through old belongings. You run your hands over an old coat, kept for decades but never worn. You find letters from past friendships, some filled with warmth, others with words left unsaid. There, in that moment, you decide, some things are meant to be released, to make space for peace. Sophia, a 79-year-old retired teacher, realized she had been holding on to resentment from an old argument. One afternoon, she picked up the phone and called an old friend she had not spoken to in years. The conversation was short but filled with laughter and relief. She hung up and felt lighter than she had in a decade. Science supports this. Studies show that releasing past burdens, whether emotional or material, reduces stress and increases overall happiness. Have you ever considered what you might need to let go of in order to move forward with more ease? And finally, let us talk about shaping our environment, our surroundings, the colors on our walls, the people we interact with, the objects we keep, affect our well-being in ways we often overlook. Imagine walking into your home and immediately feeling a sense of peace, warmth, and inspiration. John, an 82-year-old artist, realized that his small apartment felt lifeless. So, he filled it with vibrant paintings, fresh flowers, and the scent of his favorite candles. Each morning he put on music that lifted his spirit, and soon his home became his sanctuary. The National Institute on Aging has found that people who intentionally shape their environment experience greater emotional resilience and motivation. Look around your own space. Is it uplifting you? Or are there small changes you could make to create a more inspiring atmosphere? My dear friends, life after 70 is not about fading into the background. It is about embracing every moment with curiosity, intention, and joy. You hold the power to make these years the most rewarding yet. So, tell me, which of these 5 things will you embrace first? Will you start sharing your stories, nurturing curiosity, creating new rituals, letting go of burdens, or designing a more inspiring space? Let's keep this conversation going. Leave a comment and share your thoughts. And if this message spoke to you, if even one idea made you pause and reflect, do not keep it to yourself. Hit that like button, share this video with someone who needs to hear it, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel so we can walk this journey together. Let us make these years truly golden together.